I got a question which says that child has a diagnosis of autism. Child does not have play skills. So if child is taken to a park, there won't be any great activity that will happen. Also, the park is very far away from the house. So is it worth taking my child to the place at a park, which is 45 minutes away with traffic? It's even more difficult. So that was the question. And what can be done instead? Is outdoor play so very important? And I wanted to share my perspective on that. Outdoor play is super important. Sometimes, yeah, kids don't have the play skills. Many a times, rather, kids don't have the play skills, especially when they have a diagnosis of autism. But if I don't take child outside among other kids, he'll never develop the play skills. So giving that opportunity is very important. Um, Sometimes in the question itself, it was mentioned that if the child is taken to a park, child would stay there or move around for like few minutes and then want to go back home. Then I would start with a very small routine in the morning where I go for a walk with the child. I just go for just a 10-minute, 15-minute walk, which would happen every day. Every day in the morning, there would be a 10, 15-minute walk outside, not inside, outside. And once child is getting comfortable and that routine is, a, it's a part of your child's daily routine, then increasing the time of the walk for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, just simple walking, no playing at all, not even being with kids around, even that is okay. If there's a lot of traffic when you're going to a park and it's really difficult to go at time when there's no traffic, if possible, adjust your child's schedule so that, the park time can be fit in. If your child is not playing in the park at all, just going there, going for a walk in the park, and then coming back. That's all. That's all that you do. Again, go to the park, just do a walk and come back. That's all. I've worked with a lot of parents where kids, when they were taken to a park, they would just sit next to their parents. I remember a mother who would. I mean, I have replied to her emails so many times. The specific one who comes to my mind, she used to say, my child just sits next to me. If I walk, he'll walk. If I sit, he'll sit. And she still continued taking him out to the park every day, which was in her building itself. And I think it took her 9, 10 months, or maybe even more than that, when he started exploring. But it has to be a part of the routine. If he doesn't get that opportunity, he will never even learn to explore on his own. So outdoor play is extremely, extremely important. It may not just be a play thing, with boys who are like 9 years, 10 years. I really, really encourage that the child goes to like a shop, like where you buy your groceries from, like a Mart or a Star Bazaar. I don't know which place you have near your house, but go to those places. Go to the aisle and if I would say, go get these biscuits or get the rice or get the whatever that I want to buy and put it into your shopping cart. We should know that. So you're involving your child into those day-to-day tasks and even doing the outdoor play. So start with morning, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just walking. Then evening, if it is evening or whatever time that it is, but taking your child to a park, and if your child is not doing anything, just taking around 10 minutes, coming back home. Again, next day, 10 minutes, coming back home. I don't know what the situation is like for you, but I have known a lot of parents who have shifted to places or to those kinds of societies where there are parks in the society, where there are lots of kids in the society, so that your child gets that opportunity to be with kids and to go to the park on a more regular basis. I know a lot of parents also who've shifted from big cities to small towns so that they could have access to those hills and they could go for walks, they could go for small treks. Every Saturday, Sunday, they take their kids for treks. And I feel so proud of them because they write to me, just recently, last week, one parent wrote to me that, she took her son for a trek, which was a little difficult, but she wanted him to have that experience. And so, mother and father, they went together and he was there on the top. And she said, I wish I could send you pictures, but the road, we were focusing more on my child having that experience. And that is what I want you to provide to your child. So, yeah, there would be traffic. There would be times when your child doesn't have the play skill. You would go and your child may not do anything. All of that may happen. But none of those would stop you from taking your child out for a walk. Start there, going for a walk in the park, starting very slowly, simple slides. I know of a parent with whom I work, and she was doing a lot of activities at home. In fact, she had a room where she had all the swings and everything that any therapy center would have. But when this boy, so I said, show me the video where you're taking a child to an outdoor park or play. So there he was finding it so difficult. In fact, he was very scared to even climb up onto a slide. You know, he was finding it difficult to even just slide down from that slide. But every day when he went there, he started feeling, and he became more confident of how to go there and how to come down. And then he started experimenting with various jungle gyms. So when kids explore these situations, when they go out and when they play, confidence develops, body scheme develops, motor planning develops. And when they get more and more confident, then, first it's more about they being into their own space. But as they continue to do that, and as they challenge themselves, and as you provide the therapy at home also, and you go to a therapy center under a guidance of a therapist, you would see that when they're in a park, they want to be with other kids. I remember another boy who comes to me, and he would initially go to a park and he would play. He was into his own space, not doing anything. But as it continued, as the therapies continued at home, and they continued giving opportunities to this boy so that he's out in the park and playing, there was an elder boy in that same park who like, you have buddies, you have kids who are more sensitive. So that boy used to play with this boy who used to come to me, who had a diagnosis of autism, and that other boy was neurotypical. But he was along, and this child kept looking. Is he coming on my slide? Is he coming on my swing? Is he coming? So there was that referencing happening. There was that emotion sharing happening, which was wonderful. So what I'm trying to communicate is, yeah, it takes time. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of determination, because every day you take and you don't see any big gains initially. But as you keep doing it consistently, taking them out, start with simple walks, 10-minute walk. Keep very small target for yourself. Okay, 10-minute my child walks, I come back home. That's okay. That's enough for me, you know. So those are the kinds of things that I would really, really encourage. A lot of parents tell me, what if instead of doing an outdoor play, I substitute it with either a swimming class or a basketball class or a football class? They are also wonderful. They are also amazing. But when a kid is playing alone, you know, he's challenging himself. He is, he is the decision maker. He decides whether he goes to the slide, whether he goes to the, whether he sits on the swing, whether he goes on the jungle gym. Child decides everything, right? So that's what is happening when a child is playing independently. But when a child goes to a basketball, football, swimming, it's the coach who would decide, now you do this, now you do this, now you do that. So the child is learning to follow instructions, which is important, but it has to be balanced by equal amounts of free play in a large outdoor space. When children go out and they play in the soil has a lot of bacteria, and our body is like, has, I mean, we have a universe of bacteria inside our body, into our nose, into our gut, and that diverse bacteria is very, very important for the health of all of us. So when a child is playing outdoors, he is getting exposed to those diverse bacteria, which are very, very helpful. Going out for walks, treks, you're among trees, again, more diverse bacteria. So outdoors cannot be replaced by just sitting in a room and doing some activity. Not at all. Playing with pets adds up another layer of, more diverse bacteria, the child coming in contact with those bacteria. And the more the diverse the bacteria in the gut, in the, the nose, the more healthier we become, the more efficient we become. Our systems of sleeping, eating, eliminating, that's passing motions, all of them start, what to say, we kind of come into a state of homeostasis. So outdoor play, child doesn't play, yeah, it would be that way initially. Child doesn't do anything, yeah, it would be that way initially. There's a lot of traffic, yes, it would be. But you know what? The only thing that I always think of is, I mean, 10 years down the line or 20 years down the line, if you sit with your sip of coffee, okay, or tea, whatever that you're drinking, and you think, oh God, I wish I had given this opportunity to my child. I wish I would have changed my house. I wish I would have shifted to a house. I wish I would have traveled that distance, what would that have been? What would that have done to my child's progress? So I don't want to live in a regret. At least I, as a person, wouldn't want to do that. I want to try every single thing. It may be difficult, but that's okay. I want to try and give every single opportunity to a child, and I'm sure you want to do that too. And you just wanted to ask me so that you get my viewpoint, and I'm here sharing it. I don't know if this helps you. If you have any questions related to this, put it into the comment and I will get back to you. Okay. Thank you.